Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. We are from Group 10. Let me introduce the member of my team. Number 1, Rizky Maulana Putra with study number 224. And the second, Muliawati Rizky Kusuma with study number 228. And the last, Khalifatu Ar-rabbi with study number 231. At this time, we will present the result from our discussion tells about pest control, biological control virus. Next. Virus. The word virus from the Latin word virion, which means poison. Virus are microscopic parasites that can infect the cell of biological organism. Virus are obligate parasites. This is because virus can only reproduce in living material cell by invading and utilizing living cells because virus don't have cells to reproduce on their own. Next. The role of virus as biological agent. Number 1, to control disease in plants. The example, mycovirus. Mycovirus infect at fungi and causing the hypovirulence. For example, Crivivovirus 1 and Mycorrhizavirus 1 to control chestnut blight. And Helicoverpa armigera nuclear polyhedrosis virus, which control the mortality of spanworm. Next. Fusarium graminearum virus isolate China 9 to control disease caused by Fusarium. And Rhizoctonia solani partiti virus 2 to control rice seed-like disease. And number 2, to control plant pests without damaging the environment. Next.
The transmission mechanism. Mycovirus transmission can occur vertically, namely through sporulation, and horizontally through cell division and anastomosis. Number 1, Cryptonectaria hypovirus 1. Through the signal transduction pathway proposed by Turing and Rostopno 20 and 7. And the hypothesis of the quelling mechanism seems like a kin of RNA silencing and in fungi, proposed by Nuss 20 and 11. Next, Helicoverpa armigera nuclear polyhedrosis virus. Spraying HA and PV onto the leaves and when the spanworm at the leaf, it will become infected in the digestive tract. Next, Fusarium graminearum virus isolate China 9. The transmission mechanism this virus stopped by extracting their RNA rather are transmitted by hyperanastomosis, and this can only be exchanged between vegetatively compatible strains. And Rhizoctonia solani partivirus 2. The transmission make the virus include the protoplasm of the fungal strand R. solonifrim from GT 118 virus. Strategy of pest management biological control. This is a technique that is intentionally carried out by utilizing or manipulating natural enemies for control purpose, usually by multiplying pest enemies in the laboratory. Approach to utilizing of biological agents. 1. Introducing. To moving or bringing in enemies naturally from one area to a new area. 2. Second, conservation is an effort to maintain and increase the effectiveness of existing natural enemies in the area. Third, augmentation. The increase in the number of natural enemies drove the release of natural enemies in the field. The condition can increase its role suppressing the pest population. Integrate pest management.
Integrated pest management or IPM is agricultural management by paying attention to ecological, economic, and cultural aspects to create sustainable agriculture. The four elements in IPM are 1. Natural control, 2. Economic threshold or 8, and economic injury level or AIL, 3. Monitoring, sampling technique, and 4. Biology and ecology. Not only that, we must apply the principles. 1. Healthy plant cultivation. Number 2. Preservation and utilization of the role of natural enemies. Number 3. Maximum and monitoring. Next. What is the role of biological agent in IPM? Next. The role are 1. Helping farmers to produce healthy and safe agricultural products because pest control uses natural enemies instead of chemicals. Number 2. Biological control can overcome the inability of chemicals to eradicate pests. An example of the use of the P16 antagonist Pseudomonas fluorescens to reduce the population density of the fungus Fusarium oxysporium. Next, the kindness of the weakness of biological agent. Next, the kindness 1. High selectivity and poses no new pest. Number 2. An organism that is used already exists in nature. Number 3. The organism can multiply. Number 4. Pests do not become resistant. Number 5. Control can be run by itself. And number 6. There are no bad side effects such as the use of pesticides. The weakness, number 1, self-control. Number 2, the result cannot be frozen. Number 3, difficult and expensive to develop and use. And number 4, implementation requires
Thank you for your attention. I apologize if we have a mistake when we present our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.